Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Awesome Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wide receiver going in motion. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Quarterback making checks. Tight end now in motion. Throwing more. Fires to the wideout. The short hands. It's Moore. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for them.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. More to throw for it on fourth down. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. Touchdown, Ducks. A great catch and run for 6. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Levin. Going for a big play right off the bat. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Caught by Wilson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Back to throw, it's Levin. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Punch it out of the air.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's just a ball he has to catch. As a tight end, you know you're going to be working the middle of the field all game long, and when you have opportunities like that, man, you got to make them count.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Dante Moore. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the pass in Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because
maybe a crease. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Keeps it himself. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Finds his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds of...
Caught, and he's got room. Discards him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Ducks! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, I
just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here's more to throw. Buying some time. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the grab on the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To throw again. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a boneheaded moment.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so faster after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
He's got an open man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Back to pass, it's Levin. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Moore. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how big is
that for this offense. Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Got a man, it's Durham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Lobs it off the back foot. He's got it inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They start this third quarter, one possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. To the air, it's Levin. Makes the catch. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean,
makes a deep grab. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside. It's Berry. Breaks the tackle. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. LSU right back to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Throwing more. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just won't be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They'll run the option. The pitch. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll send the back in motion. 4th down, more. Rushes on him. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Shakes off the defender. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time. getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Runs through a man. He might have space. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the red zone, it's Durham. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Sweet. Where did he go? Finding open areas. Got enough for the 1st. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Dante Moore. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it up to 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Moore to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Moore to throw. This time on target. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Moore trying to pull his way in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Moore will throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
Well, it's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it.
Good game, man.
Nice job coming away with that turnover.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Berry. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot.